So the stories that he used offers of making, creating work with Victoria's Secrets and stuff like that with the models. Was that something that you heard him use?
Yes, so all the Victoria's Secret models were there at the parties with the men. So they invite the models so they can be there for the men. Then they go in other rooms and do whatever they want to do. They have sex, whatever they're doing. You know why they're there. Then the women, they'll come out, they get Chanel bags or their apartments paid for. Um, they get bigger jobs. I was never a big Victoria's Secret model on the runway because I didn't sleep with anybody.
I mean, I think looking into that world, people are asking, what did you want? Where's the free will, all the choices and things like this. You're chasing fame. You're hungry as a model. And you're
Yeah.
in a room with people that you find out down the road are monsters, but those are the people that can make things happen. That's the difference between, small time and catapulting to success. Now, did you feel like you were in a certain group of individual who started to see the true intentions of what having girls like you and models around for these individuals were? Obviously, you've talked about these hidden rooms and girls that sleep with these individuals. You weren't part of that scene, and did you find that it made them try harder, or did it make them back off when you were
No, they tried harder, and the men were also trying with me. Like and then there was a point where I wasn't with my fiance anymore, and I was at these events without him, and all his friends were hitting on me, and they were trying to drug my drink. They were trying to push me into having sex with them, and they said, "Well, you're not with your fiance anymore. What's the problem?" I said, "No, I'm not interested. I know exactly what they're doing. This is how the operation works. How the operation works is you become their sex slave until you're old. After 30, you're old. After 25, you're actually old. That's what they do. You become their sex slave. They're looking for like wives to be their sex slaves to participate in
It's the
group
trophy.
sex.
It's
In
the
group
classic.
sex? No, then you have to participate in group sex.
Okay. A
So a
lot,
lot of my friends that were in with these men had to participate in group sex.
which is exactly what we've heard coming out, the Diddy case being reported on. It's exactly what we heard about the lore and rumors behind what goes on in the island and Epstein and these
Yeah.
elites.
If you're not participating or you're not going to these parties, you don't work. You're not working. You can't work. You're not relevant. So you have to go. You have to participate. And when I was there and I saw all the women participating and defecating on the tables with a photographer, a famous photographer, shooting them underneath the glass tables while they're defecating so they can stay relevant and have their jobs. That's how that operation works.
Yeah, it's the shaming and the what can we do drunk with power mindset of these evil individuals. It's
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
it's frightening. Anything you want to throw over to Barb at this point, Shaun? Any questions?
Yeah, Barbara. I mean, the viewers are just absolutely amazed
I've got
by.
a narrative, so don't jump too quick into the viewer stuff. It was just in case there was any points you wanted to expand on there, because I want to go through some points here. I don't want to derail it, so just bear with us. Side chat, bear with us.
So the viewers are absolutely amazed by your testimony, Barbara, and you're a really powerful speaker. Now, you're talking about all these women at these parties and stuff. What Maxwell's in jail for, and what was alleged against Epstein, was that minors were involved. Would they have hidden that, or would they have had minors in open sight?
No, they were there. There were young girls there. I know. I saw young girls there, definitely under 16. Definitely. Listen, after you're old after the age of 18 for Epstein. We all knew that. Everybody knew that. You're too old after 18. they just have these side women, like models like Giselle and all these girls is like the front, like they're the front, you know, for they have like their girlfriends, but they also have like, you know, side younger girls, like 15, 14-year-olds. So so I'm just basically like the side piece. I'm just showing them that they have a girlfriend and I'm the beautiful model. And then on the side, they have the young ones that they, you know, have sex with.
Yeah.
So are they protected by the local authorities because they're so wealthy? I mean, when Maria Farmer told us her story, she went through some horrific things and she called the cops. And the cops said, well, our deputies are already out there. They're protecting the premises. They're like bodyguarding the premises. That was for Wexner. So is there a relationship with the local authorities so that these guys can get away with these things?
Yes, in New York. In New York, yes. New York is very corrupt, as we know. New York, they anything, listen, everything's run by money. If you pay people off, they're going to do it. You know, what do they care?
And what about Naomi Campbell? We've heard so many stories about her. Weinstein. She just appears everywhere.
She is everywhere. She actually has an island.
And have
She
you been
has
to
an
the
island.
island? Have you been to
No,
it?
I've never, no, but I've been invited. So my agency wanted me to do a Pirelli calendar. It's called Pirelli. Do you know the
Okay.
brand? It's a very exclusive brand, Pirelli. All the big models did it, Naomi, all these big models. But what I've heard, what happens is when there's an up and coming girl like myself that is not an established model like Naomi, I was like on the up and coming. I said, I am not doing that calendar because once you get on that boat and you're stuck on that boat for a week, who knows what in the world they're going to do for you, to you. I was on a job with Georgina and some other top models in the early 2000s. We were shooting for Harper's Bazaar. We were shooting with who was I forgot the photographer. He was disgusting. They sent me home because I didn't participate and do cocaine. I was a very young girl. And since I didn't participate and do cocaine, they sent me home. So it was things like that that I had to deal with.
Did you hear any stories about Naomi's island?
Yes. So Naomi Campbell is also Diddy's, she's the godfather to all his children. And my friend was human trafficked by a Naomi Campbell. I had to go rescue my friend many, many times in New York City at her apartment at 5, 6 in the morning. When I went to rescue my friend, Naomi and my girlfriend would have an needles stuck all on their necks because an acupuncturist would come to her house at 5 in the morning after partying all night at these parties that they would have in New York, and they would fix her lymph glands because when you're doing a lot of drugs, your lymph glands get um, they get clogged. So she always has her lymph glands full of acupuncture so that she can feel better the next day. And they were both on IVs. And when you walked in her apartment, she has this candle that I'll never forget. It's a Deptyque candle. It's the dark one. And she has like 200 all lit up, all in her apartment. And it's the black one, the black Deptyque candle. It's that fragrance. And she has them all lit up like it's some seance. So when I went there to rescue my friend, I said, what is going on here? And my friend goes, oh, we were up all night partying. We're just like trying to feel, better. So I would talk to my girlfriend and I'm like, what happened? And she's like, we were partying all night. And Naomi would bring her along to these parties and having sex with these men.
I mean, it's a
And
lot to hear, a lot to take
I've
in.
got, and so Naomi and I started off on the wrong foot. So then when I saw Naomi at Cipriani's, downtown, where that was a spot for us all to hang, like Epstein and all these people were always at Cipriani's. There was a bar upstairs, which you had to be invited to. If you're an elite, That's where everybody goes. Like Harvey Weinstein, everybody was there. She was in the bathroom and I came out of the bathroom and she goes, "Oh, it's you." And I said, "What are you going to do?" She goes, "I just signed a big book deal with Oprah Winfrey. What are you going to do?" She was so high on cocaine, she didn't even know what she was talking about. And then she was starting to get in my face. I said, "Please get out of my face. I don't want to start anything with you right now."